I what a good time to start the video. I got a nice appraisal. Um, this is not. I know recently I've been uploading a bunch of like really odd, not odd, but funny little clip videos of me and my friends and Thomas, and it's been really fun. Also, don't know why Thomas is getting more views, but you know, there it is. But I thought to myself, I wanted to just talk about this game. Usually when I talk, I'm complaining about something, or people are going, annoying me on Twitter, or there's some political thing is annoying the hell out of me. But I just want to talk about something really positive, and there will be a little bit of negativity in this one, but this is like very hard to be negative, right? I want to talk about Elden Ring. Elden Ring is the best game I have ever played in my life. And I mean this in literally the most insane way. This is the one game in my life that I'm always going to look back to and go, oh my god, this game, I don't know even how... It's insane how much of a difference this game makes with me. So today I want to go on. I just want to just a simple conversation as to why this game means so much. I'm actually just going to go through the early part of the game. This will have a spoiler. This will have minor spoilers in it. So I'll just give you an idea of where I am now. So you'll not have any spoilers past a certain point. I have only got this part of the map revealed. I have not pushed any further. I got here by a trap, but I had to kill something to get back. But I only have this part of the map revealed, and I know there's about another half of the map still to be seen. So there'll not be that many spoilers. Elden Ring is one of those games that literally challenges the absolute fuck out of me. Like, I remember spawning here, and you'll see it in my channel earlier on, where this fucking guy on a horse, the tree sentinel, fucking kicks my ass at level 1, and he kills me like 80 times. And I'm just like, holy shit, how do you do it? He one-shots me. How do you do this game? And then I was running out of mana, and it was an absolute mess. And after like 100 tries, I killed him. And I was like, well, why is it in this game I'm able to sit and do it over and over and over and over again until I get it? Why am I so keen on like getting better in this game versus other games? And honestly, it's because the gameplay is so good. Look how smooth this is. I can't believe I missed those 2 shots as well. How smooth this is, from the animations being so fucking cool looking. Like, look at this. Like, these things are all, like, just beautiful looking. It's played so smoothly. Some of the spells just absolutely look insane. You know, like the game just looks amazing, right? It plays, the frame rate's great, the combat feels so fluid, the dodging feels great, it just feels so smooth, you know? So like, because the gameplay is good, I'm able to sit and deal with it, you know? I'm able to sit and just walk through I could just walk through this game for hours. I could. It just looks, just look at this game, it is absolutely beautiful. So what I want to do is, before I go into the good things, actually we'll do the good things first. So this game is hard. Okay, this is not a game you're going to pick up and you're going to start killing bosses and doing really well unless you're like pro at like Dark Souls or whatever, right? This game is hard. You're going to die a lot. You're going to get punished a lot. You're going to get wrecked a lot. It is just the nature of the game, but every single time you get wrecked, you get that little bit better. Then you have that attempt where everything goes wrong and you go like, what the hell? And then you get a little bit better again. And you just progressively just get that little bit better as time goes on. And that sense of actual challenge is just amazing. Like, when you beat the boss and it, like, you think, oh my god, I did it. It feels great. And you know that everyone else has had to do the same thing because the difficulty can't be changed. Now, admittedly, you can go out and grind up, which is also fine. But admittedly, it's like most people are going to have a similar-ish kind of experience with each boss. I personally love this game because I can play magic. I play magic in every single game that I play. There's an exception to that, but that's another story for another time. But yeah, it's been so good. And then being able to beat all these bosses, like, after sometimes over 100 deaths, it just feels amazing to get a game where you just can't, like, how many times have we played games and you literally just steamroll them? You're guaranteed to kill them. Like, there's no challenge. You don't have to think. You just kill the boss and just move on. Like, look at Skyrim. Look at all these other top kind of like open world games that are just, you can't really lose. You just kind of go and eventually you're going to win. And while that's fun for a lot of people, I miss times in games where we used to actually have to think and actually use your skill and challenge to overcome bosses. And this game takes that to the absolute extreme. and it's just amazing for it. The builds are class. I love how gear is more about looks than I'm wearing a witch's dress. I'm still need to fix that, but it's all about looks over anything. I used starter gear until recently, where I got this. I like how there's no quest log. You actually have to get immersed in the game to actually know what you're doing. You can't just like look at the side and then there's no. I think the only thing in the compass that actually is shown to me are my own bookmarks and your runes whenever you die, or your souls, your blood echoes, or whatever it was you played. This is my first proper From Software game. I played a tiny bit of Bloodborne when it first came out, but that game drove me to insanity. I just didn't enjoy. I don't enjoy melee combat. It's just something I've never liked to do. I've always liked playing magic or ranged combat, and the game itself, it just has me hooked to a point where I'm actually deliberately trying to 100% this part of the map before I push on any further up the Great Lift, because I don't want this game to end. And recently I've read there's New Game Plus, which means at least I can play it again, and I'm just keeping the same gear, and it gets a little bit harder. But I do not want this game to end. There's even a little tint of multiplayer in it, which keeps me interested, which is good, because I don't like pure single-player games. And it's just been such an enjoyable experience so far, and I'm not even halfway through it. Like, what is my... I'll quickly check. I'm currently 33% of the way through this game, and it's just been such a pleasure. Now, I do want to talk about one bad thing about this game, and I say bad, right? But I've been recently I've cleared most of this half, so I'm currently leveling up to 100 basically before I move on to the next area, because I was getting hammered by one of the guards on top of the bridge, and I was like, fuck, I can't be dealing with that. But one thing about this game that I couldn't believe was the first the tree sentinel took me a while to do. But I eventually got him. I consider my first boss. That was actually my first boss. It was actually the first enemy I fought, aside from the thing that's meant to kill you at the start, because I actually missed the tutorial. I had to go back and do the tutorial later. But I want to talk about Margit, the Fell Omen. Oh my god, that fight. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad fight, okay? It is not a bad fight. But that boss is way, way, way too fucking hard for the level of players that are going to be going up against that boss. Way, way too hard. Like, I'm glad it teaches you a lot of mechanics. It teaches you your dot. Actually, I'll just rephrase. What it taught me. It taught me is you can't do this and pray the fuck it doesn't hit you, because he's programmed to kill you if you do that. Like, Margit will kill you if you do that. He's programmed to wreck you if you get too greedy. He punishes you if you heal at the wrong time. He's got so many different attacks. It's just brutal, right? Now, the only problem I had with Margit was it was way too hard. And the couple of the bosses after Margit that I had to fight were nowhere near as difficult. Like, the game actually got easier. And maybe, I don't know if that was me just getting better, but for me, I had a really... Like, when I beat the Tree Sentinel, I was like... The feeling I got was, oh my god, yes, 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 this is fantastic. And then I was pumped to push on and get the next thing done. And I felt so strong, and I felt amazing in the game, right? See, after beating Margit, I was like, ugh. This is the first main boss in the game, and I struggled this much? Like... I left Margit feeling really intimidated, and I actually didn't push on after Margit straight away. I moved back and leveled up a little bit because I was so intimidated because of how difficult I found it. And I thought I was severely under-leveled or something. I thought, my goodness, it was like such a weird experience, such a weird feeling that I had. And the fact that the other bosses that just up ahead were like significantly easier just really started to confuse me a little bit. Now, the fights themselves, the fight Margit is himself is amazing. I would never change that fight. I think the fight teaches you a lot of very good things. It's very challenging, and it's really good to get that fight down, because it is still in a sense of accomplishment. It's a very, very challenging fight, and most people are not going to walk up to that and just walk in and steamroll it. It's a very, very difficult fight, and I'm a mage character. I have it easier than most people did, okay? I'm not going to sit here and deny that. I had it way easier than most people. But that fight was so challenging for the level of content. Oh my god. It was so challenging for the level of content it was in, and I just couldn't... It just gave me butterflies when I had that. I thought that was going to be like the difficulty of the game, the base difficulty, and I genuinely thought I was screwed. But the game itself is crafting. It's got nice farming, open world. It's got a nice mount. You can just travel around anytime. You've got options to make the games easier. You can level it. The game is massive. It's got an insane storyline that I'm not gonna lie, I've been struggling to keep up with. There's so much exploration you can do. There's so many magic spells. Oh, the only other negative thing is, why is this spell so good? Why is the starter spell like the best spell? Like I want to use other spells so badly. Like I will support myself with the swords, but there's so many other spells in the game that look amazing, but they are so bad, and there's literally no reason to ever use them. And I just wish that like the spells were a little bit more viable. Maybe that's my inexperience. I don't know, but it just seems definitely that the other spells are just significantly better. But I've got myself down a good amount of bosses now, and the game has just been so enjoyable. And I really hope that the next game that comes out from this company is like this. And this is honestly the best game I have ever played. And I just want to talk about that a little bit, because this game is only going to get better, and I'm definitely going to get my ass kicked and more frustrated. And the last thing I would complain about is, and the only thing that I actually complain about in the game, it's actually my own personal problem with it, is why is it when I defeat a boss, do I have to run like a mile to get back to that fight again? Like, there was a boss here. It was the Black Knight Assassin or something, or Black Knife Assassin. And it freaking was so difficult for me. It was like two-shotting me. It was so challenging. And every single time I died, I had to run back like through the tombs. Sometimes taking, which are actually quite challenging if you want to power your way back to the boss. Like, just for the boss to kill you in 5 seconds. And you've got to run back 2 minutes to get back to the boss. And it's like, this is just so frustrating. Like, every boss that I've enjoyed has been a lot harder than that Black Knight boss. But like Radahan, for example, in this area here, I did this boss after about 25 tries, I think. But because I was getting frustrated, I wasn't getting frustrated, because as soon as I died, I was able to go right back into the fight and try it again. And that's what I love. I don't like running back and grinding to go back up to a fight again. It's just pointless to me, you know. But that is Elden Ring. I absolutely love it so much. It's the best game I've ever played. I'm always going to back and remember this game. I am so happy I gave it a go. I generally wasn't going to give it a go, but I'm so happy that I did. Yeah, that's it. We've got some more funny videos coming up as normal, but I just needed to upload this because this game means so much, you know. But yes, see you soon, guys.